Hey guys, welcome back to the East Coasters podcast. This is Katie and JC, and we have some hot topics for you guys today. Also, if you guys ever want us to talk about anything, make sure you comment down below and make sure you are following and put on your bell notifications. But we're gonna start off talking about the big Ned Fulmer drama.
Hi, I'm Ned Fulmer. 3 years ago, I cheated on my wife with my producer. It became a massive public scandal that caused a lot of pain to a lot of people. I know that I represented myself as a kind of wife guy who talked about his relationship and put that out there for public consumption. And you, as a viewer, I know that I broke your trust.
I didn't know about this till this morning, y'all. Like, seriously, I had a little idea because me and Katie briefly talked about it in another podcast, but, like, the tea's boiling. It's hot, there's more drama, and there's a lot to talk about, so we're here to talk about it today.
Yeah, literally my whole entire For You page on TikTok, I cannot escape Ned. It's like Ned. I'm like, oh my god. I haven't heard his name in like literally 3 years.
I'm screaming.
But also it's crazy to think it's been 3 years since everything happened and people are still talking about it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Like what?
But I feel so bad for Ariel. Because like she just can't escape the mistake her ex-husband did.
Right.
Which that's hot tea. Ned is her ex.
Officially
announced. Yeah.
Period. She got away. Oh my god.
Should we like start from the beginning for anybody that doesn't know?
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. And also, the way me and Katie have today's podcast planned out is like literally half and half, like my topic, her topic. So I'm gonna let her explain this because I find it very interesting, especially the way that Katie explains it. So I'm gonna let her take the wheel. Is that the right term? Take the wheel for this one, and she could explain it to you. And I'm gonna also listen. Also, mind you guys, for anybody that's new, I feel like we have a lot of new people. I'm gonna be looking at Katie over here. So if you see my head turned, I'm literally staring at her while she's explaining things. So same thing probably for her when I'm explaining something because we're FaceTiming each other and looking. So yeah, Katie, explain to us about this whole Nettie situation.
So if you guys don't know Ned, he's from the Try Guys, which were they still are a very famous group, just without Ned. Ned is out. But they started on BuzzFeed, and then they started their own channel, and it was Ned, Eugene, and the other two. What names do you remember?
No, and like honestly though, that whole group, I really didn't even know that they had like a whole thing. I've seen them on BuzzFeed, but I didn't know that they had this whole like fiasco where like he's canceled, he's out, there's other people involved. Like I didn't know about all this. I didn't know that they separated their ways and all.
Yeah, I mean, they got really, really famous after BuzzFeed, but I also I kind of grew out of it too.
Yeah.
And stopped watching. Keith. There's Keith too.
Keith.
I always watch his Keith Eats Everything on the Menu videos. They're fun. But basically what happened. Oh, and there's, I don't know his actual name, but they call him Corn Diddy.
Oh.
Or Corn something.
Here, I'll look it up.
It's like, it's slowly starting coming back to me as I talk about it. But back on track, guys. So, it's the group of them. And one day there's this giant announcement by the Try Guys saying why Ned is no longer in the videos. Now, a lot of the fan base kind of guessed it because there was rumors that Ned was cheating on his wife. And obviously cheating on your wife, huge deal. But also Ned made his whole entire persona him being such a good husband. Every single episode, he's like, I'm a good husband. I love my wife. I love my kids. Like that literally became his catchphrase. I love my wife.
Oh my God.
So that's why people were like so in shock and so invested that he cheated on his wife. So the Try Guys did an episode and they basically announced why Ned wasn't there. And it was a huge PR nightmare for the Try Guys because Ned cheated on his wife, but he also cheated on his wife with a employee that was under him. So obviously this was an HR nightmare.
Right.
I forgot her name, but another thing, she also was engaged to a guy too. So it was like a double cheating.
Oh, wait, she was
thing.
cheating too?
She was cheating too, yeah.
Oh my god,
So
wait, I
they're
didn't know
both
that.
cheating. Yeah.
Wait.
She was engaged at the time. So yeah, and she was below him, and he was her boss. So that's another thing. It was like a huge HR thing, and it put Try Guys as a company in a really bad place because, you know, that violates so many different things with HR. Because the whole like power imbalance, but also, you know, made them look bad, and then also, you know, they fired Ned. But Ned never really made a statement, nor did his wife Ariel, and they kind of, for like the next 3 years, stayed in complete silence. So everybody kind of just like tried to piece together the best of their abilities what was happening. And a lot of people were really mad at Ariel because they thought Ariel was still with him because they never made an announcement.
Right.
But they ended up, Ned ended up making a podcast called Hitting Rock Bottom. And it's about him, like the first episode is just him and his ex-wife Ariel talking about what happened and why they were silent for the past 3 years. And basically it was just like they wanted to heal in peace. And Ariel doesn't want to be an influencer. She doesn't want to be online. Like this like ruined her career. She even said like at one point, like, the worst thing about my husband cheating on me was him getting rid of all my trust, but also it affected her career because everybody knows her as the person they got cheated on. So many people were yelling at her for not breaking up with him, even though she did. She just didn't like make it like a public announcement.
Yeah. And
then so many people were coming at her being like, what did you not do as a wife that made your husband cheat on you? Like blaming her. And she's like, and she even asked Ned in the podcast, like, did you even realize how much of a burden you put on me by cheating? And the whole time he kept deflecting. But also the whole podcast was kind of awkward because it felt like a private conversation.
Right.
Like a couples counseling thing that we weren't invited for. And a lot of people are like, Ariel, why would you be on your ex-husband's podcast? Because like obviously he's doing this to try to make money or whatever because he wants to be online again.
Right.
But like, you know what I think is like, if you had the ability to be on a platform to publicly shame your ex-husband for cheating, especially on his own business, I'd do it. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I would do it too. And also, like, it being like a private conversation, being like, why would you do this? Essentially, girl, I'd call him out too.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And she's such a good speaker too. There's so many times where like she totally got him. And like I know like got him means like it sounds bad, but
no,
like,
it don't.
He deserves to be gotten. Like,
absolutely, I'm sorry.
He deserves to feel awkward.
No, you're a dirty, rotten cheater. There's nothing worse in this world in my eyes than a cheater, manipulator, and meaning he's a man too makes it 10 times worse. So I just like, oh my god, expose him, babe. I don't blame her. I would too.
Yeah,
I could too.
And they still share custody, so it's like, you know, you can't really like not support his career because he's also helping like pay and sustain the lifestyle,
right,
you know?
Right.
So it's her way to publicly shame him.
Period.
But also like get extra money.
And like
that's how I see it.
In my opinion, like which I can see people being like at like JC like who's JC to say like anything about this, like you don't get it. But like, babe, I'm a child of divorce. Shout out to my parents. Happy they separated when they did. Shout out to my father for when he was able to, you know, pay for things and help support me. And still in my adult life he does. So her probably thinking also, okay, if I'm on this pod and it blows up because I'm on it, the wife, the mother is on it, that money's going to her children. Like, babe, keep it up. I would too. And guess what? Behind closed doors, there's probably an agreement that every single dime is going to those children. And you know what? I'm sorry, but my parents probably would have done the exact same thing to help support me and my sister. You know what I mean? So, like, yeah, play him and also call him out in front of everybody. Absolutely. And take the money. Props to you, queen. I'm on her side, of course.
You know, it's funny you say that because, like, the majority of the comments under it is like, you better make sure Ariel gets all this money.
Right.
Like, Ned, do not keep any of this money.
No.
It's so funny.
Or it's going to the kids. He's got to pay child support somehow. He has to. There's no way.
Yeah. They did 3 years of not working. So, like.
Right. Come on.
Yeah.
Collect that money, honey. I love it. Get it. Put it in fine print, too. That, honestly, I would love for her to, like, come out one day and just be like, thanks for paying for my college tuition, for my kids' college tuition, guys. That'd be so iconic.
Yeah. Oh, I do have some quotes, which I thought were interesting.
Okay, period. Katie coming out with the quotes. Respect.
So, before I get into the quotes, though, one quick thing. Ned opened the podcast, and right after opening, before he even let his ex-wife speak, he then did an ad reel. Like he's, you know, like one of those, like, scripted ones.
Yeah.
I just thought that was nasty. I was like, dude, the ad reel before even letting your ex-wife speak.
Ew, no, see.
That felt so gross. He's just cementing people disliking him. Like, this is so bad for him. But, I mean, it's good, I guess, because nobody likes Ned.
No, I mean, he's being a stupid man. Like, why would you do that? Yeah. Katie, real quick before you explain what you're also about to explain, can you explain to people that don't do what we do online why that looks bad?
Why it looks bad?
Yeah, like, why does that look bad on his part? Because I can see someone being like, oh, like, what's the big deal? Like, I can see somebody watching this being like, what's the big deal about that?
I mean, I'm not sure. To me, I think it looks bad because I'm just like, it's like still like kind of silencing your wife because your wife was never in the spotlight the same way he was.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, you're like delaying it even more, but also doing it for money. So that's why I felt it like it felt wrong.
Right.
Like, it felt very skeezy. What do you think?
It's monetizing off of him being manipulative. Like, that is exactly what it is, where it's like, oh, like, don't talk. You're not allowed to say this. You're like, I don't think people, you got to remember, when you're filming something, normally it's very scripted or it's planned out, especially when you're that big. Like, normally everything has a timeline to when you're going to talk, when there's an ad placement, when there's, when something's going to get cut, and so on and so forth. So him just monetizing off of more being like, don't speak yet. This is my show. I run the show, and you're going to have to do what I say, but you're still going to get paid out type situation. It just overall makes you look like a douche. And, like, that's where that's how I see it. It's like, no, why would you do that? Like, come on, just skip all of that extraness and just let her do what she needs to do.
Yeah, and he has a history of being, like, egotistical. Like, I mean, the fact that he even cheated on his wife, I feel like that's, like, a very, like, egotistical thing. The fact that he didn't think he would ever get caught. The fact that he always, like, made his personality, like, all about him. It was about him loving his wife. It wasn't genuine. Like, he bolstered himself up. Like, look how good I am. Look how much I talk about my wife. Look how good I am as a husband. So that felt very, like, egotistical, too. And then what you said, I didn't even notice. I didn't see it that way. But that's totally true. He was totally being egotistical there.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Let a man be egotistical around me. Or, like, show it. Oh, I see right through it, honeys. No, I call them out. Anyway, now do your quotes, Katie. Now explain your quotes.
Right. So this is a quote from Ariel. She said, "People ask me, do you forgive Ned for what he did? And the answer is no, absolutely not.
Period.
How could you forgive somebody for lying to you? For cheating on you? No. No." But she said the actual thing. And then I felt so bad for her after she said this quote, because she is such a well-spoken woman. Mm-hmm. But after saying this, she kind of like stuttered. She couldn't like put her words together. And then she's like, guys, I'm sorry. I just saw red. And the fact too, it was so awkward watching this because Ned's across from her. And you could just see him like getting like all stiff. And then he got really upset that she wouldn't forgive him. Like, he says later in the podcast, like, it really hurts me that you won't forgive me. And she just says, mm-hmm. And she just lets him sit there with that empty space, and he can't help but fill up the space. Like, so he, like, keeps talking. I'm just like, good for her. Like,
facts.
Yep.
Facts. Facts. Go, girl. I love that. I see, like, this is the stuff that makes me so happy because all the things that I could say right now. Number one, for all the ladies that have ever been cheated on, raise your hand in the comments, please do. And there's no shame in that because you know what? They're dirtballs. Or also if you cheat on your partner, I'm sorry, dirtball. I don't like it. I don't play with it. I don't swing that way at all. And so the fact that she could also sit there and just be like, no, actually, I don't forgive you. You know what? Point blank period. He shouldn't be forgiven. No. That hurts you. That kills a part in you. Especially when you make your online persona. Especially when you maximalize off of, oh, I'm a man's man. Oh, I love my wife. Oh my God, I worship the ground. She walks one. Oh my God, like my kids are the best. Oh my God, look at my wife. And then you're behind the scenes cheating on her. No, I want to forgive you either. When you feed, I think people forget. Sorry, I'm going to go on a rant. When you have a very public relationship, and I could say this with full confidence because I am also epitome of this. When you make your relationship extremely public and you constantly put online, oh, look at them, look how amazing, oh my God, I don't know what I would do without you, oh, hashtag winning or whatever you do, but behind the scenes, when it's going downhill real quick, and you're still having to put up that persona of you two being perfect, it kills a whole other part of the relationship that you didn't even know was there until it's fully gone. And it feeds it, when I can't explain it more besides it feeds into that part where you're like, I'm lying to myself, I am lying to the world, and I'm lying to my partner even more because I'm tricking myself thinking, oh, it's perfect, oh, it's fine, oh, I could show it still on social media, he didn't do anything that bad. And then when they absolutely destroy it and destroy you inside, you're done. And like all of the regret sets in and you're like, oh my God, like why did I put all of this out there? And that's probably what he's also thinking is like, why did I do all of this centered around her and my kids? Because I'm stupid anyway and I cheated on her. And so now he dug himself his own hole, which period, you deserve hell. But like, that hits different. That hits so different. Don't ever put your relationships on public like that. I don't care if it's an Instagram post, Instagram story. If you don't want people to talk about it, keep it behind closed doors. Take it from me, y'all. Take it from me. That sucks.
Yeah. I don't think relationships belong online. Like, it's okay to, like, do an update here and there. But, like, someone told me very recently that, like, the best way to have like a happy marriage, happy relationship is don't let anyone get between you two.
Nope.
Like, it's you two. And by putting it online, you're automatically then putting someone between you. Because those people are going to judge everything. They're going to look at everything. They're also going to remember everything. And then, you have an online saga that people can always look back and do whatever. But like, it can get nasty real quick. And then people always like to play favorites. And like, they also create things in their head that aren't really there, and then try to pin you to for whatever reason.
It's horrible.
But
don't recommend. I highly don't recommend, y'all. It's honestly disgusting. But like even with this, like this is so public. Like if anybody's ever been cheated on, the soul crushing feeling it really is. And so when that plus a millions of people's perspective into it, it's like, ugh. No one talk to me. Like, no one do this. No one talk to me. And also, like, I'm sure she wants to say things that she couldn't say. But, like, a woman's intuition and the way that we can play things and the way we can make things sound, she did incredible putting him essentially in his place on his own podcast. Queen.
Yeah.
Queen.
And she did it with so much grace.
Period.
And a lot of empathy.
Period.
That I don't think most people would have.
I couldn't. I would not
patience
be.
Too.
I shouldn't say I wouldn't be able to, but at the same time, when the way she did that, snaps to that, props to her. What a strong, beautiful woman. Wow.
Yeah.
Did his mistress ever say anything?
No, I think she just kind of faded to obscurity.
Damn.
I haven't heard anything, like, at all. I know she broke up with her fiance.
Her fiance.
But-
Wow.
Yeah, her fiance, yeah.
Wow.
And then that's all I've ever heard. I'm sure she's out there somewhere, but
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, my God. I wonder if she's ever tried to come after him.
I don't know. Maybe.
That would be some
'Cause-
real tea.
Yeah, I would. I think her name was Alexandria. Does that sound right? I'm pretty
I
sure.
think so, yeah.
But like, it'd be something if he was able to get her on the next episode of the podcast. That way we could all just like close this chapter and like.
The wife and the mistress is crazy.
Yeah.
And I
would
say
be-
mistress, y'all, because like obviously he was cheating on her with this other woman, but that's actually insane. And the fact that she also like, why the HR problems? Like, she's engaged. I don't understand that. How can you be engaged to somebody and want your boss? That's crazy.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Ned was also the head of HR too. I heard a couple people say that. We need to fact check it, but like when I was looking on TikTok videos, a couple people said that. I was like, oh, I didn't know that. That like adds like another layer to it.
Oh my God. And her name was Alex. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Alex, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, ready for the next quote?
Yes.
Right, this is from Ned, and he says, "We really haven't been at all these last 3 years." And this was in response to a question if they were like romantically together. And I wrote down this quote because like later he mentions like they keep talking about their relationship, and he's like, you know, we're almost back to how we are, and it feels good to like, you know, be like how we were. And Ariel like cuts that so fast, and she's like, no, I don't think that at all. Like, we're growing into something new. Like, we're definitely like we have a relationship together. I think that was Ned's word. He's like, oh, it feels good to have a relationship again, like how it used to be. And she's like, no, this is something completely new. This is ironic. This is, and he looked like so like, and she's just like, no. Like she really like made it strict. And then she also said, you know how they're like, she went to like a Taylor Swift concert with him,
Yeah.
and like people were like assuming they were still together. So she was like, just because you go to a Taylor Swift concert doesn't mean all is forgiven. That's what she was writing.
Get it,
And then
girl. Get it.
And she was like talking about like, you know, how they're co-parenting. So she's like, I'm trying my best to like be able to be in the same room with him and still have fun because my children are there.
Right.
You know, she's like trying her best to like be friends. And she says at this point, after 3 years and a bunch of counseling, she considers Ned a friend and somebody she can have fun with.
Mhm.
But she would like, it's strictly platonic. Like,
Right.
She also does not forgive him, and
No.
the only reason he's still in the room with her is because of the kids. But she can have fun, and they like went on vacation together because of the kids.
Right.
But it was like fully platonic. That's why so many people thought they were still together, because they went on vacation, they went to the Taylor Swift thing, but it was for the kids, you know.
Right. I mean, I get it, because again, like that's literally my parents. Like, it's just so funny because like that's literally how like they are. Like, they're so. I've always said that like shout out to my parents. I'm like calling them out right now, but like my parents could never work in a long-term marriage, which they thought they were going to, of course, but then things happen, whatever. And then, you know, they've been separated since I was young. But, like, I watch them, like, because now I'm an adult, so I can analyze them, like, when they're just, like, have to, like, interact because of us. But, like, without me and my sister, I mean, they would have never probably ever talked again. I don't think. But, like, I could just tell that they are such better friends than they ever were husband and wife. And I think it's so funny because I'm just like, look at you two getting along. But, like, it's like getting along where, like, they're actually, like, they're really good friends. And they love, not that they love each other, but they love each other because of us. And that's it. Like, it's so crazy because once put me and Devin out of the room, it's like, oh, like, whatever, like, goodbye. Like, it's just, like, classic. And, like, in, like, their situation, I feel like that's, like, not my parents, but, like, in classic, like, these two people, this marriage that was so public. And, like, him sitting there having to, like, like, I'm getting called out type situation, and her just being like, no. It's, like, classic, the narcissist wants to sit there and be like, oh, we're good. Like, it's okay. In his mind, everything's okay, but in her mind, she's like, I still hate you. Like, there's nothing here, babe. There's no love here, actually, and has to constantly remind him because in his narcissistic head, everything's okay, but it's actually not. And it's like, wake up, open your eyes, babe. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, and it's so crazy too because like during those 3 years, they kept mentioning like how he kept trying to get them back together.
Like, no.
And they tried a couple of times a little bit, like they alluded to that.
Once you're
but
broken,
like Ariel's
you're broken.
like, no.
No.
Like Ariel's like, And like whenever she was like, she said a couple times on the podcast, like putting up a wall, being like, there will never be anything.
Right.
He looked so defeated. Like it was almost like he was trying to make himself the victim. But then Ariel kept reminding people like, no, I'm the real victim because of my husband or ex-husband's mistake.
Right.
I'm the one that lost my family, my dreams, my hopes,
right.
my thought of family, my career. Like she was doing so many amazing things with her career, but basically had to go into hiding because of Ned's mistake. And then
the woman always suffers more than the man. I swear to God.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate him for her.
Yeah. Plus the society's perception too.
Exactly.
Like, people always like, it's so weird when somebody gets cheated on, they're always like, okay, well, why did you get cheated then? Like, what did you do to make your person cheat on you? You know, which is so unfair.
Ugh.
And they kind of touch on that in like the thing, but
it's horrible. I hate society. I hate society right now so much more than I think I ever have. To be honest, at my ripe age of 22, I literally think more so in September 18th, 2025, the last 2 weeks of like the world and the state of it and just the way that people have been so crazy, which like rightfully so, there's a lot of crazy world events going on, but right now, like me and you have been talking about, like people have been just so much meaner. And with when people become mean, they also become more judgy. The attitude's crazy. They don't care. I saw somebody write last night that people are too comfortable with being mean online and like being mean to each other. Like people are just too comfortable being mean to each other, and it's like, ooh, this is ugly. Like it's an ugly world right now. It's always been ugly, but it's like getting uglier for a little bit.
Yeah. No, that's true. I don't know why people are so comfortable behind their phone screen or computer screens. It is traceable. Like, you know who it is. Like, even jobs will look up people's social media and see how they behave online. Like, literally. But I guess people don't realize that when they're writing things, or they just don't care. But they wouldn't do that in person, you know?
Never. I don't know. Something's real weird about it. It's real weird right now. But, this is also reminding me of the Austin McBroom and Catherine Paiz type situation that we also touched on with the Ace family, which there's tea right now on that too. I don't know if you want to throw that in today's pod, but after this story, I could throw it in for like a 5-minute segment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I heard about that, the whole like uninviting thing.
But like also this week, it's even gotten worse.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. Or we can talk about it after.
Yeah.
Speaking of society, though, Ned also blames society in the podcast, and he's like, I feel so bad that society thought those things of you. And then Ariel, like, clapped back, being like, but it's because of you. Like, if you never did this, then I would never get it. But he kept, like, trying to push the blame off of himself. Another egotistical thing.
Yeah, he's a narcissist. That's great. I'll say it, he's a straight up narcissist. Oh my god, how disgusting.
All right, so back to the quotes. They kind of touch on like how Ariel even found out about the whole cheating thing. And she was saying like how she was really hurt that she found out her husband was cheating on her from the fans.
Of course.
And one of the fans sent her a photo of Ned with Alex. And Ariel was saying, like, at the time, she couldn't even fathom that Ned would cheat on her. So she convinced herself that Ned was with her sister, or his sister, excuse me. And she ends up sending the photo to Ned and texting, like, what is your sister doing in New York?
Yeah.
Because he was, like, doing something in New York. And then later, she flies to New York, because she was supposed to go to New York with Ned anyway, but Ned told her that he had to come early because he was cheating. But he said he had to come early for, like, work stuff. So then Ariel meets him and Ned, and she meets him in person, and she mentions the whole photo thing again. And her quote is, "You looked over at me, and it was like the veil just fell. When I saw that, like, just wildly guilty look on your face, like you wanted to tell me something. I didn't even let you say anything." Because, like, the second she sat down, saw his face, like, the immediate guilt, she's just like, you don't even have to say anything. I know you're cheating on me. Like, it all, like, came together. And then Ned says, "The dream started to break apart for me. And rather than being able to talk about it or confront those feelings, I guess I was too afraid to say how I was feeling. I chose to deal with it in a way that was self-destructive." So he's saying him cheating on his wife, that was just him being self-destructive, like, because he couldn't communicate with his wife properly. And then Ariel had some things to say, basically being like, what do you mean your dream got ruined? You crushed all of my dreams because of your thing. And it's not fair that my dreams got crushed because of you. And then she also made a comment about the whole, like, self-destructive thing. And she's just like, that's how you cope. Like,
as she should. Wow.
And then Ariel responded, "Some days I hate your guts. Some days I enjoy your company more than not. And that's okay. It can be both."
Period.
And that was, like, kind of like when they were discussing their complicated feelings.
Yeah.
And then Ned finishes the podcast by saying, "I see myself as more of a host to help people tell their own stories." So his podcast is called Rock Bottom. And he was basically saying, like, he wants every episode to be with people that have hit rock bottom and, like, how they tried to get past that rock bottom. And to that, Ariel laughed. And she said, "Do you think you're interesting enough for people to listen to?" That was not a quote, but that was, like, basically what she said. Let me see what she actually said.
That's actually
but it was pretty much that.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just, you think you're interesting enough?
No, I don't.
You think other people?
I think other people would be interesting, and then that's regardless of whether I think I'm interested. I don't want to talk about my.
That is so funny. Clock it, Queen. I love it. Y'all, if also, like, that, like, hits, like, when, like, the quote where, like, she said, like, it's like the veil came down, and, like, she realized, like, that he was lying and he was cheating. Like, I feel like that's such a universal feeling, again, between, like, so many women and men that have been cheated on too. I know a lot of men that have been cheated on by, like, their spouses and stuff, and it really does kill you a certain way. That's why, like, when they say, like, make cheating legal to where, like, you can, like, literally press charges for emotional damage, I believe it, because that hurts like no other. So, like, I think that's a beautiful explanation of how horrendous it feels to, like, really be like, wow, this is actually happening. And if you've ever been in that moment where you call your partner out on it and they sit there and they are about to try to either defend or they break down in tears because they know that they're guilty, that's a whole other level of needing to bring yourself up and pull yourself out of that emotion and, like, stand your ground and be real and say exactly what you need to say without screaming, yelling, crying, breaking down, and, like, controlling the entire situation when inside your gut literally feels like it just got ripped out of you. Like, that's not good. So, props to her. I mean, obviously there's kids involved, so it is a little bit more deeper. It's a little harder. But props to her for, like, putting that out there right on his podcast, Queen. I'm just gonna monetize off of it too, period.
Yeah.
Wow.
I can't find the direct quote, but I do remember she laughed and then she said something about, "I don't think you're interesting enough." I'm sure if you're scrolling on TikTok today, you're going to be seeing her laugh and say that.
I really hope I do, because I'll laugh with her. I mean, as she should. Yeah. Props to the Queen. Wow, that's incredible.
But that is all the quotes I have, and that's pretty much the whole podcast too.
It
was only like an hour. It was pretty short.
Wow. That's crazy, though. I mean, it's valid. I can't believe they actually just went public and said everything. And like, I'm really happy on her part. I crack up because I bet in his narcissistic head that did not go the way that he thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
And that just makes me laugh even more. Because, like, he probably thought this was going to be, like, it. Like, the video, put all the rumors to rest, or, like, calm everybody down. This is going to be our back into the world video. Like, we can go our own way, start our careers again after this, make all this money. Nah, she said, you know what? Pin it, like, right then and there. To show everybody the truth. And, like, if you're a woman, I feel this. I was just telling somebody this the other day. When women talk about certain things, when it comes down to relationships, they don't even need to say the straight up obvious or, like, the straight up what exactly happened. Women in the room can read it. Like, it's, like, no one's business. Like, they can read the hints and the signs, and her shutting him down on certain things because we know that there was a whole bigger story behind it. She just can't explain the whole thing in, you know, a couple minutes. So I'm like, oh my god, like, I love that for her. Like, she really played that out well.
Yeah. And you know, another thing, like, it was only an hour, and I'm sure he edited it. So how much more was said that was not actually published?
That part.
You know?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he would edit it to make him look good. And the fact that he still doesn't look good.
Right.
Because I doubt they sat down for 1 hour.
No.
You know?
Oh, no, there was definitely more. Also, I'm sure there was, like, probably, like, a fist fight in the middle of it, or, like, a screaming match, because, like, no, there's no way.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. Well, on top of that, so another public relationship that we had talked about is the Austin McBroom and Catherine Paiz moment. So Catherine put out this month, you guys, that she is getting married to Igor. Congratulations to Catherine. She'll never see this video, hopefully. I mean, maybe she will, I don't know. But love you, girl. Anyway, Austin had this girl Alexa, and Alexa has been his, like, girlfriend for a little while now. She's been in all the streams, so on and so forth. So Catherine posted about not even a month ago that they're getting married. Her and Igor are getting married at the middle of this month. So actually, probably this weekend they're probably going to get married, or next weekend. And somebody told Austin on his stream, so he was streaming when she posted about it. So he was like, of course, you guys, of course I know about it. Like, you don't think I know about this, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's been here for, like, months. Like, I know the mother of my children is getting married again. I'm so excited. So someone was like, are you invited? And then somebody else was like, are you walking her down the aisle to hand her off to another man? And that made me laugh, because I was like, can you imagine your ex-husband bringing you down the aisle? Like, she has a father. Like, it's not like the father's not present in her life. Walking you down and hand you off to your new husband's crazy work. But anyway, people are just trolling, of course. And he was like, actually, I'm not sure if I'm invited. And he was like, I haven't actually gotten the invite yet. So the following day, Catherine wound up obviously seeing people's, you know, videos, whatever. Oh my god, she didn't invite him. She did invite him. So, whole thing happens the next day. Austin gets back on live. He says he's talking about the wedding. And people are like, why are you obsessing over this wedding now? Like, why are you obsessing over Kathy's wedding? So, he says that someone says, why do you think it's happening so soon? Or, like, why is this out of nowhere? And he goes, well, Igor needs to stay here somehow, because he's not from here.
Oh.
And so he's talking about a visa. And, of course, like, we all know, like, if you get married, if you're not, you know, necessarily, like, in the U.S., you can get married and you can get, instead of, like, a work visa and stuff, marry into it, which is perfectly fine. There's many people that do it. And it's part of it, I'm sure, because he's been here for 2 years. But at the same time, you don't say that about your ex-wife's boyfriend that also helps take care of your kids and, like, is very loving and takes care of her and very happy. Like, you just don't say something like that. Also, in 2025, you don't say something like that out loud on the internet anyway. Like, you could think it, sure, I guess. That's kind of wrong, especially when there's definitely real love there. But, like, why would you say that on a stream with hundreds and thousands of watchers, you know? So, someone clipped it, posted it, reposted it everywhere, right? Catherine sees it. Next day on stream, he tells everybody that Catherine revoked his invite. And he was so upset about it that he started going on this, like, tangent about him being uninvited. Whatever. His girlfriend comes home to Jersey. She's from North Jersey. She's only, like, an hour and a half away from me, actually, where she lives. And, yeah, she's not far. I know exactly the town that she grew up in, which is actually even funnier. So she comes home, and she's not on the streams. So people are like, where is she at? After all of this happened. And, like, people are like, where's Alexa? Like, why is she not here? Yada, yada, yada. Alexa starts posting pictures of herself here at home and, like, working again. And she's like, come spend a day in my life with me. Like, I'm with, like, my girlfriends. I'm back home. They go shopping in New York, yada, yada, yada. And she starts, like, if you guys ever known, like, the breakup glow up photos where, like, you start posting photos where you look a little extra good. I'm guilty of it. Where, like, you're like, oh, like, here we go. Like, I got my money in check. I got myself in check. I'm by myself, Miss Independent. Now, she's posting these types of photos where she's posing, this and that. She's posting brand deals left, right, and center, which she was not doing that before. So, she's making her coin, right? So, now people are like, they broke up. There's no way that she's posting this. Like, they definitely broke up because why are you, like, I would break up with my boyfriend my boyfriend if he was obsessing over his ex-wife's wedding. Like, babe, move on. Get over it. Like, stop. Especially when he's trying to build this whole life with Alexa, allegedly, and buying her a house, or trying to get her to move to LA permanently, and saying all this out loud. Then why are you talking about your ex-wife so much? Weirdo. Like, talk about me. I'm sorry. Like, no, don't do that. Even if it's for views. I don't care. So, I'm like, I don't blame her if she did break up with him, because why are you still obsessed? Like, that's crazy behavior. So, Austin posted a Snapchat yesterday, and he's like, hey guys, it's been a rough week. It's been a very sad week for me. We're gonna go to the gym today. We're gonna work out today. That's gonna be today's videos. We're gonna do a hard workout, and we're gonna get ourselves looking good again, and we're gonna get our mind back on track in the gym, and yada yada. I don't want to be upset anymore. So people are like, they definitely broke up. There's no way they didn't break up. Like, why is he posting like that? He's upset about not being invited to the wedding now. He's upset that his ex-wife is obviously very happy because men, they always want you back. And then part 3, he's mad because I think Alexis broke up with him. I'm like, this is insane. This is wild. Yeah. So that's the update on the McBrooms and the Ace family. All is one. So.
Oh, and if anybody doesn't realize the correlation between the Ace family and Ned, in the Ace family, that was another very public cheating scandal.
Yes.
Did you ever get confirmation if the infamous yacht orgy happened?
Yes, I actually did.
Did Austin really bring his mistress to a charity event you guys threw together at the Staples Center?
Yeah.
Yeah, Catherine got cheated on, so that's why it correlates.
And fans found out about it. The fans told her about it. And what was worse was because everyone in Hollywood knew about it, and they thought that they were, like, essentially, like, swingers. And they were like, oh, like, of course she doesn't care. Like, no, she's home with the kids. Like, she don't care that he's out here cheating. Like, it's blatantly obvious that he's, like, out in public with other women. He's at clubs. He's on, like, yachts and stuff with all these other girls. And, like, it's, like, public knowledge in, like, the celebrity world that he's cheating on her. But then people are like, oh, well, she's not leaving him. Like, I guess it's kind of like an open marriage. And then then it came to her thoughts and was like, wait, he's actually cheating because she found it on his phone by accident. When the notification popped up on his phone that literally of the girl being like, oh, like, when am I meeting you or whatever? And she was like, oh my God, wait, he's actually cheating. And then everything came about. And then, so she found out it all. But that was like the whole scandal between them too. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's so weird, too, like, how cheaters are always, like, so hung up on their ex-partner. I don't know, it's, like, a weird thing. Like, why even cheat if you are so in love and so obsessed with the person you're with? Right. It really is, like, a self-destructive behavior, but it's, like, I do not understand it. Because, like, Ned, like, I don't know, during the podcast, I was like, he really wants to be back with Ariel, and then, like, you know, this guy, he really wants to be back with Catherine. Right. I'm like, it's like, why even cheat then? Like, why cheat when you have the whole world? Like, you literally have the whole world in front of you. Like, I don't understand why a man would want more. Like, it doesn't make sense. But then yet again, they're not a man. That's, like, literally a child. Like, that's literally a man-child. Like, bring out Sabrina Carpenter. She'll put them in their place. Like, it's like, it's so mind-boggling to me. And that like, oh,
you guys, if anybody watches me online, you guys know that bothers me more than anything. But like, it just doesn't make sense to me, like, whatsoever either. I don't know.
I never get TikToks about this. JC fills me in about the Ace family. But I did get one TikTok, and it was Catherine throwing away Labubus.
Yes!
And I was like, what is this about? So I looked at the comments, and apparently Austin gave his, I guess now, ex-girlfriend a bunch of Labubus.
Mhm.
But then he also gave the same Labubus to the kids.
Yeah.
So people are like, oh, Catherine is throwing it away because it's like the other girl's hand-me-downs.
I know, because Catherine
thing.
said out loud that, like, she said on a whole Snapchat thing that she loves Alexa. Like, she was like, she's fine. Like, she's great. And she literally said, I think that she said, like, a sly comment, like, if you know, you know. Like, this is what I mean by, like, women know. Where it was like, she was like, I truly believe that you meet people at where you're at in life. Energetically. And so she was like, whatever they do, like, I'm fine with it. She was like, as long as she's nice to my kids enjoy being around her. You know, they come home, they tell me everything that them and Alexa and their father did, and I don't care. She's like, they're happy, you know, they find it fun to be around her, so I don't really care. But she was like, I truly do believe that you meet people where you're at energetically, and if they're happy, they're happy. And I was like, ooh. So, like, you're saying that your husband's down bad, like, vibration, energetically wise, and he met somebody that maybe matched up with that? Or maybe I also think that the money, like, tricked by money. I could see that wholeheartedly. She's definitely a more bougie, wanting to be bougie lifestyle. She was a lawyer, and so it's not like she didn't have money to begin with, you know what I mean? But she was a paralegal in North Jersey. And I know the building that she worked at and everything. Like, I did, like, a deep dive and everything. And I was like, that's so crazy. I've drove past it a million times, like, when I'm up north. And she was making great money. But then, like, you know, when you have someone go, oh, be a stay-at-home girlfriend, essentially, here's my credit card. Go have fun whenever you want. Just come film with me and show off. I'll show you off. It's not a bad kind of life. She can go back and be a paralegal when she wants. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I don't know.
I wonder what the Labubu thing was then.
So
people were guessing wrong.
So the Labubu thing is because there's, like, a theory that Labubus are, like, the devil's, like, toy.
Oh, okay.
And
so people are just trying to, like, start drama in the comments?
Yes.
Because I know she is, like, very, very spiritual.
Very.
So that's probably why.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, she believes that, like, the Labubus are, like, based off of, like, a demon. And then it's, like, got popular because of, like, you know, they're trying to poison our kids and whatever.
Yeah.
And so it got, like, and then she, like, believes that, like, it just does not have, like, a good vibration to it. So she literally made a video of grabbing it and tossing it across her kitchen like a basketball into the trash can. And she's like, not in my house. These things are not in my house. Yeah.
I'm gonna Google it real fast. Because I heard once that Labubus were made by a Korean artist, like, based off of a folktale.
Yeah.
But I could be completely wrong.
It's based on, no, you're right. That it's exactly what it is. I don't know if it's a Korean.
Labubu's based on.
It's somewhere. That area.
Yeah. Let me see.
Because it all started because a K-pop artist had it on their bag. And then posted it, and everybody was like, oh my god.
Maybe that's where I got the Korean part. It was by a Hong Kong illustrator, Ka Sing Lung. I'm sure I'm mispronouncing it. But it was based off of Nordic folklore and European fairy tales. It's supposed to be an elf-like creature with a mischievous smile and pointy ears. And it's supposed to be intended as a kind-hearted forest spirit.
Yes. But people are like, no, it's not kind-hearted, it's a devil.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, fairies, I feel like they do have a very, like, some folklore is like, oh, they're so good.
Yes.
And then some are like, fairies are like literal gremlins.
Yes.
They're like
Yes.
the tricksters. Did you ever read the book series Pixie Tricks as a kid?
No, but it sounds so familiar. Where did I see that before? I'm gonna look that up.
Let me see.
Pixie Tricks?
Let me make sure it's the right word. Pixie Tricks. But I'm pretty sure it's like by the same people as Magic Treehouse. Like, if at least like the art style was really similar.
Yes.
But I love that book, but it was about like pixies or slash fairies that are just like really, really devious. And like some of the books were like I would have nightmares of, but I would read it for like my scholastic points.
Okay.
You know, like in elementary.
Yes.
Did you have scholastic?
Yeah, we had scholastic. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So like if you read certain books, you got points, and then when you had a certain amount of points, you could get like prizes at school. So I would read them because they had like one of the most points, but also it was like interesting.
Yeah.
But oh God, there was this one where like a pixie turned a kid into a fish, and it turned out that kid was like living at the aquarium for like 3 years and was just missing for 3 years, living as a fish. I legitimately had like nightmares off of that one.
Oh my God, it's literally called the Pet Store Sprite.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh my
God.
God.
And the person like turned into a fish.
I'm crying.
It was there for like ever, but
and it was there forever. This kid goes missing because of a pixie. I'm crying. That's actually insane. Also, I'm laughing because I'm like thinking about this. I think it's one of our first podcasts, y'all, where me and Katie are like barefaced because I can't do my makeup because I have my laser treatment today. And Katie was like, "Don't worry about it. I'll putting on makeup today." We're like,
it's kind of freeing though. Like I didn't have to prep for this at all. And normally, like, I feel so bad because I'm always like, "Hey JC, I need like a little bit more time." Because like, there's some days I literally start my makeup 2 hours before, and then somehow I'm not done, and I'm like, I don't know where time went.
It's okay.
I was on time today.
Yes, we both were actually because normally we film at night, guys. And so, right now it's like literally mid-afternoon. It's literally 2:16 in the afternoon. And, normally we film at night. Normally I wake up from a nap. Like, I'm like napping right before we film for the pod. And then I run in my room, do my touch-ups, like for my makeup, and then boom, like we get on live. But today we're like barefaced. But I've been like running around all day. And speaking of,
I feel like this was a good time too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like both of our energy is a lot higher than normal.
I was literally going to say that. I literally feel like we're both like so awake to where we could film like 20 episodes if we needed to.
We're alert.
Yeah.
We're ready.
We're like so awake. We're like so attentive to like each conversation. We both know. We planned out everything we're going to talk about. I'm like, wow, this is great. That's so funny. But also, on top of everything else, I know that we're at like the 50-minute mark right now, but we have so many topics to talk about, you guys. Because we don't have makeup on, do you want to talk about the controversial Louis Vuitton makeup line?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Okay, so there's this is gonna, I think, probably be like a two-parter because there's a lot still coming out about it. If you guys don't know, the luxurious brand Louis Vuitton, Louis came out with a brand, a makeup brand, officially, where they're bringing a whole new category to the makeup world. So if you guys know, there's drugstore makeup, luxury makeup, indie brand makeup, like Spoiled Cosmetics is like considered indie brand, Elf is considered a drugstore, and then you got, Pat McGrath, which would be like luxury. Makeup by Mario is considered luxury makeup. So Pat McGrath actually came out, she's a creative director for the Louis Vuitton makeup line. So the price points have been very questionable because makeup can be expensive to produce, absolutely, but there's no reason why 4 eyeshadow brushes should be in like over $200. Or, for example, the eyeshadow palette is only 4 pans and it's like $180 something for 4 eyeshadows. And I'm actually going to look this up too, so I have the exact price points for you guys. I should have took a screenshot
I was doing
earlier.
that too.
Yeah.
While you were typing, I was like, oh no, when you were talking, I was starting to type. But
I love it. I'm like, okay. So a lot of people are coming out. Obviously, okay, so this is where it happened. NikkieTutorials made a video and basically was like, there's not a lot of pigment for it being this much money. There's no reason why in makeup production something should be this expensive. Like, it can get expensive, but there's no reason why it should truly be this much money. Like, it's over the fact of highway robbery. So for 4 eyeshadows, it's $250 for 4 eyeshadows, which is crazy. And they're all like basic. Like, there's like a mauve palette, pink palette, there's like a purple one, and then there's like a nude. So it's like you get 4 eyeshadows for $250 is crazy work, okay? Now, Jeffree Star made a video and basically was like, okay, NikkieTutorials lied, called her out and was like, she lied. It is pigmented, it is buttery, it is expensive, but does Louis Vuitton know that not everybody's going to buy this? Absolutely. Is this something that pro makeup artists are going to use? Possibly, if they're like a luxury brand, you know, and you want to make yourself a luxury makeup artist, sure, which I think's bull, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
So there's a whole issue with that. The general public is like, in 2025, this is ridiculous. People are dying, Kim. Basically, like, type situation with, like, the Kim Kardashian meme. People were like, they're dying, Kim. Like, it's not that deep. Now, there's apparently a new category of makeup that is, like, extreme luxury makeup. To where, like, it's not even the point of it being, like, luxury. It's, like, an extreme luxury, extreme bougie, to where there's only, like, a percentage of the world that could afford it and not blink an eye. You know what I mean? That much money for something that's going to essentially run out is also crazy. The one thing that everybody wants is not even the brushes or the eyeshadow, but it's the lipstick. Because lipstick, if we think about it, is probably one of the most popular beauty products of all time, because you pop it in your handbag. Every woman on the planet normally, well, I shouldn't say every woman. Most women have that signature color that they like. It's a symbol of female empowerment in general. Red lipstick has always obviously been like that Hollywood glam, that symbol of feminine power, a very powerful statement just in general. So this idea is that there is this extreme luxury line that is now out in 2025 when everything is so expensive. Everything's just hard to live by, if we're being completely honest. It's hard to make ends meet for a lot of people. And then luxury brands, when everybody right now is like, eat the rich, essentially, like, they come out with this in the midst of everything else that is happening around the world and happening right now here, and so on and so forth. So Pat McGrath being at the top of this and being the creator of this, people are mad at her, which is crazy, because if you guys don't know the makeup world, she is one of the most high respected, loved artists in the entire world, across countries. She is just so well known, respected, and loved, and like, there is nobody that could be or ever replace Pat McGrath. And she's a great soul. Like, there's not one person that says one thing bad about her. But like, if you're in her presence, it's like, whoa. Like, you are in like the eyes of like a makeup god at that point. So the fact that she also kind of just went out and did her own thing besides her own cosmetic line and came out with this high-end luxury brand that is unobtainable for so many people, there's a lot of controversy. And it's interesting. It's a very interesting take, and it's a very interesting thing how many people are mad about it. That also being said, she has her own luxury brand. So people are like, well, if she's the creative director and she's essentially formulating all these things, coming out with the designs, coming out, you know, with all of the everything about this company for Louis Vuitton, what's the difference between her brand and Louis Vuitton? Is it just the same product, but one is $180 more than the other product? You know what I mean?
You know, one thing I can add to this conversation, I was doing some math while you were talking. And on the Louis Vuitton website, they sell eyeshadow refills for that palette that just came out. And it's $92.
Okay.
So,
oh my God. For what?
So it's like $23 per eyeshadow.
Okay.
Where MAC, those, like, you know, the little refill thing, or not the refill, but like, you know,
the single pans,
the MAC eyeshadow single thing that has a little thing on top of it. On average, they're between $18 to $34 per one.
See?
So if you do the most expensive one, the $34, the Louis Vuitton eyeshadow per thing is actually cheaper than MAC.
Period. So exactly.
So it's like the packaging that's more expensive.
It's the packaging, and that's exactly what Jeffree Star said, because he was like, at that point, he's like, I totally understand that people are mad about it, but the people that are mad about it also don't understand what it's like in that part of the world where it's like so like respected, or like it's like, oh, we need those high-end things. Like he's like, I spent millions and millions of dollars on Louis Vuitton, and there was a whole thing where it was like, he's like, he only gave a good review because he didn't want to get kicked off the PR list. And he is like, I've never been on a Louis Vuitton PR list. Like, I have spent all of my money on Louis Vuitton because I just love Louis Vuitton. And he has the money to be able to do that, rightfully so. Like, do whatever you want. You know what I mean? It's your money, whatever. But people are mad about it. And he's like, if people would actually look at everything that when it comes down to luxury, and then you're bringing it down to brands that are still popular, it really kind of does even out. But you have to be the type of person to be like, oh, well, I'm going to have Louis Vuitton. I want Louis Vuitton. And you're going to spend your hard-earned cash on Louis Vuitton because it's Louis Vuitton. You know what I mean? So I want to ask everybody that watches me and Katie, which I would love to know, who would, if you had it, okay? Like, genuinely, if you had it, because I know I don't, but, like, even you might have it, or maybe you don't. I don't know. I don't really care. Whatever your tax bracket is, I don't care. Would you ever spend that kind of money on a 4 single eyeshadow pan that you can refill, granted? You could keep the packaging, of course. And it's, like, a little, I don't know if a trophy. What's a trinket? A trinket that you keep? Like,
Yeah, like a little compact.
Yeah.
Like a special little compact.
A special compact that, like, you can, I guess, like, I don't know, put up on a shelf or, like, keep in your purse. I don't know. But, like, what, like, would you spend that money on it? Because as a makeup connoisseur, and as somebody that, I do love luxury, if I could ever obtain that kind of lifestyle, I wouldn't mind having those things. Would I do that off the bat because I had it? No. There's a million other things that I would spend my money on or give my money away to things before I ever had a million Louis Vuitton suitcases or handbags. But if I could obtain that lifestyle and still do other things, maybe I would buy it. I'm not going to lie. I think I would, because I just love makeup. And it's my job. Like, I would love to bring out a little Louis Vuitton eyeshadow in front of a client, you know, on her wedding day, and be like, babe, you're wearing Louis Vuitton. Like, don't cry. Like, you don't cry. You got Louis on your eyes, babe. Like, I think that's so iconic. Or, like, bringing out a little gold encrusted brush, because the brushes are actually gold. And they are real gold, which is very interesting too. But, like, holding a gold makeup brush in my hand while doing makeup, like, yeah, I'm sorry, I would spend the money, I would. I don't see why people are like, absolutely not, no way in hell. I don't know. I think I would, Katie.
I didn't know it was real gold. That makes sense, why you're paying so much for, like, the packaging.
Yes, it's real gold. Like, you're literally getting real encrusted gold eyeshadow brushes.
Yeah, like, is the compact too made out of gold, like, for the eyeshadow?
I believe, I'm actually not sure about that. I think parts of it are, but I don't think the whole thing is.
Because, I mean, technically, if you're talking about the price of the makeup itself, the eyeshadow itself is cheaper than MAC.
Right.
But if you're talking about, like, the whole thing, it be, once the eyeshadows are in the compact, I can see it being a collector's item, and I feel like that justifies the price, because it's then a collector's piece, like, you know how people buy purses?
Yes.
So I do understand the price. I wouldn't do it, though. If I wanted to try this eyeshadow, I would literally just buy the eyeshadow refills and just not the compact.
Yes.
I would put it, like, on Amazon. I'd get one of those, like, magnetic, you know, eyeshadow things.
Absolutely.
And I would just put the refills in that and then be like, there you go. There's my, you know, if I really wanted to try it out.
Yes.
But I don't know. Do you believe Nikki? And James, too. James also didn't like it.
Honestly, because because Nikki and James didn't like it, I don't know, because I'm not gonna lie, I don't really trust James Charles, like, at all. I think that he's just too wishy-washy. I really do. I feel like he is way too wishy-washy. I feel like he does whatever to protect his own butt, but he also does whatever to get a rise out of people. And I don't think that he has a trustworthy opinion on something that I feel like he doesn't have enough experience about. Like, I trust Jeffree's word on something luxury because, I mean, have y'all ever seen the videos of him in his house with designer bag walls and this and that, and him thoroughly talking about it like, and the craftsmanship of certain handbags and the artistry behind certain things and him talking about manufacturing things. He has a way of doing it that is a selling point, but it's like, oh wow, I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Where James,
He loves his branding.
he does. He loves his branding, and he has that persona that respects it in a whole way that makes an average human being like me be like, oh wait, you know what? Maybe there is something behind there. You know what I mean?
You know what adds to the conversation, though? The fact he loves branding so much, I don't think Jeffree's a liar in any way, but he could just be brand blind.
But that's so real.
Because he loves it so much. And the compact, he can, he fully understands, like, the collectability of it, the engraving, whatever. And he can really appreciate it as a collector. Right. So would that override his opinion of the eyeshadow? Because I feel like, even for us normal people, like for us, like a luxury thing could be like going to Starbucks.
Yes.
I feel like when we go to Starbucks, just because, it's Starbucks, it's a little more higher end. Like, the coffee, it just tastes a little bit better. And we're like, ooh, we prefer this. Like,
right. Right.
Because it's like the brand blindness where it's like, ooh, I'm at Starbucks, treating myself.
Yes.
So, I don't know.
I think that's a good point.
Nikkie did say in her review, though, that she was using the lightest of the eyeshadows. And she did mention that. And that could be why there is less pigment. So that's why I feel like it is less fair that Jeffree went off on her. Because he really went off on her.
He went really crazy on her.
He made it seem like Nikkie made the video as a personal attack to Jeffree, which it was not at all.
No.
She never once said, oh, Jeffree's opinion was wrong because I dislike it. She literally just did a video saying it wasn't her favorite, but she also used the lightest eyeshadows.
Right.
And Jeffree took it as a personal attack on his credibility.
Right.
Which I think that's kind of like a little whiny baby thing to be like, where it's like, oh, if anybody doesn't have the same opinion as me, then that's a personal attack on you. That's like,
it's a little too much.
I didn't like that. And then also, like, I'm not a fan of James Charles at all, but like, to play devil's advocate, he kind of just like, instead of professionally going against James, he kept bringing up James's character and his past, which again, I was like, oh, that's a little, like, I get it, like, fully understandable. Yes. But also it's like, if you're proving a point, it's better to prove a point professionally than prove a point with so much
personal attack.
Bringing up, like that felt like a tactic-y type of thing. But also Nikkie, I feel like that was not fair at all to get that much like flack, because she literally, her video had nothing to do with Jeffree Star, but he made it seem like a personal attack, and then he said all this stuff, and then he's just like, well, she must have just given it a bad review because she doesn't like Pat McGrath. Like, she has like this own like personal vendetta against it. Right. And like, why do you have to try to get rid of somebody's credibility? Like, it's not an attack on you. Why are you trying to crush down other people just because they don't believe the same thing you believe? And it's an eyeshadow.
It's an eyeshadow.
Like, I get it.
Exactly.
He needs a moment, but I don't know.
I think that they all have so much beef with each other that it's like at any point anyone says anything, they just all go at each other. But that also is funny.
It all becomes personal.
It all becomes because they were all friends. Which,
even if it isn't.
Which I kind of low-key get, because like, I don't know, I feel like, I always say there's so much more that happens behind the camera than people could ever imagine. But at the same time, when it comes down to like giving knowledge to the general public about a stupid eyeshadow that costs $200 and something, I think that all needs to also be like kind of like looked over. But of course people grab it and they run with it, right? Now, when it comes down to Pat McGrath as a whole, I don't think anybody has beef with her at all, to be honest. Because like I said, like, I know the industry and how people react to her. There's no beef.
Jeffree said Nikkie had beef with her.
I don't know. I
don't know if it's a her or him. I don't know who Pat McGrath is, but whoever they are.
Pat McGrath is a her. Yes.
Okay, it is. Okay.
Yeah, Pat McGrath's a her, and Pat. I
didn't even know if it was a business or a person. I had no idea.
Person that made their brand their name. Yes.
Okay.
So I think that Pat. I don't think that they have beef. I really don't, because I feel like Nikkie, if they had beef, I don't think that Nikkie would have ever made a video about it. There's no way. Nikkie gets enough views. She didn't need to grab a Louis Vuitton makeup to try it out. No one's looking at a NikkieTutorials review for a Louis Vuitton review. Like, does that make sense? No one's looking up Nikkie and being like, oh my god, did she review Louis Vuitton? No. That's something people look up Jeffree Star for. Or like Louis Vuitton review. You're not finding Nikkie. Maybe James, I could see that. People are going to try to find James Charles because he does those videos where it's like compare and contrast. But like Nikkie over the last year, she's gotten more involved with like small companies.
Yeah.
It's not like she's also her own brand owner, which her makeup's not all that cheap either. Like I think her.
Oh, did you see Tati? Tati,
And
that's
Tati,
a huge thing.
yes.
Yeah, she started her brushes, and she said it's like luxury, like it's so much money.
Right.
But-
And like now she's coming out with another brand, but it's also like a luxury brand. But what makes your brushes luxury? Because she's never specified.
Tati?
Yes. Or did she? And I didn't see it.
She put so much into making it environmentally friendly and
The brushes?
ethical in so many ways. Yeah, the brushes.
Okay.
She like did a video about it. I can't remember specifically what she said,
It's okay.
but she's just like every single thing was so carefully curated to like give everybody fair wages, made sure it was like a place that gave fair wages.
Okay.
Every single part of the brush was something ethical. Even like down to the ink used on the packaging was like soy ink.
Okay.
So all of those like little things really added up. And then she also said with her previous business, she had a co-investor where with this business, she is her sole investor.
Yeah.
So that's another reason she couldn't get a high quantity of the brushes.
Gotcha.
It was only her. She couldn't put a lot into inventory, and the more you buy, the cheaper it can be. So that was another reason why the brushes were slightly more expensive.
Gotcha. I had to watch the whole video because I saw it, like the Instagram post, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. But I never watched her video yet on it because I do want to watch that. I know a lot of people hate her too, but I never really had like a full-on problem with Tati. I think that like, I don't know, she's like, in my eyes, she's like a mom of makeup. Like, there is nothing.
Mom?
Yeah, she's like the mom of makeup. Like, where it's like, you watch her when you need that, like, time, but, like, also if you're not into it, you're not into it. Like, she does the same 5 looks, and that's it. So it's like.
I like that, though.
And a lot of people do. I like the chaos. I'm like, I want more. I need, like, I honestly, though, because I do like the creativeness of it, too, but, like, I think because I also study, so now more than ever, I study, like, the bridal artists, like, the big-time celebrity and bridal artists. So, like, a Tati video, I'm not studying that for bridal makeup, like, at all. Like, I'm not sitting down and studying and watching, because I don't just watch for entertainment makeup tutorials, like, I'm studying it. So I think that's also, like, a huge difference. Or, like, I want, like, the Jeffree Star and Louis Vuitton drama. Like, it's either I'm watching and studying, or I'm watching and I'm like, what's the tea right now with everything? Like, I need to know these things. And I like to keep up too, but I also think it's funny that the one thing I do like about the Louis Vuitton like the packaging wise, is that the eye and lip brushes look like a little purse. Like the packaging, it looks like a little clutch, and it's so cute. I find it adorable. I think the packaging looks beautiful. There's also lipstick pouches where it's literally just for a piece of lipstick. And by a piece, I literally mean like one lipstick, and it's a couple $1,000s. But like at the same time, me being me, I'm sorry, but I'm here for it. Like a tiny little trunk for one lipstick and pulling that out of your bag as a lipstick holder, I think is so cute. And it's $3,000.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, that's adorable. I would never buy it, but like that is so cute.
I just think it's like, it is cute, but also it's like consumerism to the extreme.
Yes.
Which I feel like all of us are like, it's just too much at a point. Like, we're all just buying too much. Like, when I came back from Korea, because like Korean, like they love the what is it called? Modern, but like also where like it's just not a lot of stuff. What's that word? It's,
minimalistic.
Minimalistic. Thank you. I came back home. I'm just like, I want to get rid of everything. I'm like, I want to get rid of our dining table, Zach. I feel like we never use it enough. We should get rid of our TV in the living room. It's just too busy, And I'm serious. Like, I hate having a TV in my living room. absolutely hate it.
Why?
But Zach promised me he would do the dishes more if we had the TV in the living room, because then he could watch TV while doing it. I don't think it helped at all. But I'm just like, I hate having busyness like the second I enter my house, because I want my house to be like really peaceful.
Okay.
So now I'm becoming very like anti-consumerism. So I look at that, I'm just like, it's just more stuff.
More stuff, yeah.
Which it's cute, but it's like, it's just more stuff. And
That's
I feel
fair.
like all of us, I don't know, I don't want to get like too deep with this, but I feel like they do say like when there's economic hardship, people tend to buy more things.
Yes.
Especially when it's cheap or like things like that, because then they're like, look, I can like, you know, it feels good to like afford something even though you're having like a lot of struggles and stuff.
Absolutely.
And it's definitely like how much everybody's obsessed with consumerism right now. I do think it's like a reflection on how much everybody is struggling.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think that's exactly
Overconsumption.
why it's crazy that they dropped this now.
Yeah.
Like, there was no reason why that should have been dropped now. Nor was there needed, like, that's my other thing, too, was in the market, and I think this is, like, honestly, this is probably my most important point of it, is because of my knowledge when it comes down to makeup and hair products and so on and so forth. There was not a need for this extreme luxury beauty of Louis Vuitton. And now more luxury brands are going to come out with this department to where they can hyper extend even more money for more products. There's no need in the world for it, but they just want to do it to do it. And that's kind of what it feels like. And someone like, even like Jeffree Star, I think he would agree on that, to be honest. I don't think he'd go against that, even though he is such a lover of that. So say even high consumerism. You know what I mean? Where he's like, yeah, give me all the new makeup, give me all this. I want to spend my money on this. I want to make all these reviews for the people. But also, like, where does he store all that? You know what I mean? So, like, all that extra consumerism, I think that right now in the state of the world, and again, like, we're not going to, like, go too deep on that, but there's no need for it. There's no need for it, so why do it? And it feels like a slap in the face to so many people. And I think that's why it became such a controversy. Take out NikkieTutorials, take out James Charles, take out Jeffree Star, take out their piss and all of their issues and their online footprint from the last 20-something years of them making videos and all of their drama together and so on and so forth. When you take all of the extra influencers out of it and you come right down to the product, I feel like there's just still no need for it. So that's why people in society are just mad.
Yeah.
Does that make sense, y'all? I hope so.
That makes sense. I feel like somebody's gonna comment just like, well, it's just not for you. And that's true.
And that's fine.
You know,
and
it's out of my
right.
tax bracket. You know, because like I guess this is a need for somebody, so that's why
But is it-
they get dropped. But it's just like, I don't know.
It's not.
out of my tax bracket. I don't know. I don't know why they would do something like this. But it gets people talking, you know.
It does.
It definitely got people talking about the brand.
But even...
And there's gonna be people buying it. I bet Trisha is gonna get that trunk lipstick case or something.
Probably.
You know?
And I'm sure I'm going to see celebrity artists and, you know, high-end... I hate that when people are like, I'm a luxury makeup artist because of the products I use. All right, great, babe. That's awesome for you. Great. Now you're price gouging your makeup application. People are going to take off that night anyway. And you're spending 3 hours putting makeup on somebody because you want to spend 3 hours because you're a luxury artist and they deserve your time. Yeah, that's great and all. But at the end of the day, I know exactly what you're still doing, applying makeup. Like, there's a million different techniques, a million different ways. I understand it, and that's why, like, I am the artist that I am, and that's why I hate, like, I would never go over a certain price point when it comes down to doing makeup applications, because at the end of the day, you're taking it off. No matter if you're using a full face of Louis Vuitton makeup or not, it's makeup. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I think it's really important to understand, too, there's good makeup at any price range.
Right.
And I feel like you shouldn't feel left out or feel like bad if you can't afford the more expensive makeup, because there's only like so much you can do to a formula. Like, and I feel like e.l.f. is a really good example of that, because their stuff is really cheap. I know they're in some hot water right now because they started pricing things a little higher. That's like a whole different story. But like, normally their stuff is very cheap
Yes.
at an amazing formula. Like, they basically make copycat formulas of these really high-end brands. So don't feel bad if you can't like afford a certain brand or whatever, because it's literally, you're buying the brand, not the formula. There's good makeup at so many different price points. You never have to buy the more expensive thing.
Never.
If you don't want to. Like, it's literally like, expensive makeup, I feel like, is just the brand, because there's only so many ways you can do something. And I feel like that goes with like everything, pretty much. Like, never feel bad about where you're spending your money or how you're spending your money. It's just, you know, it is what it is.
As a professional, the only thing I tell everybody, if you want to spend money on makeup and you want like high end, look at what makeup artists use and the professional products, like the makeup that's made to be on stage, on TV, and in front of a million cameras and lights. That is the only type of makeup I personally think, as a working makeup artist, that people should spend $65 on a foundation. That's as high as you should go. But like over $200 for an eyeshadow is crazy. Like that's wild work. You don't need all that. But like and I was just thinking about this too. The only luxury money, like the only luxury money I would spend on makeup is Pat McGrath. I would easily spend money on that if I knew I was going to use it, which I would, and I know that I would use it repeatedly and use it up, and it'd be worth my dollar behind the chair and like actively traveling. But also Dior. Dior has amazing makeup that has been used forever as luxury makeup artists. But Dior is probably where I'd cap off. Like, Dior and Pat McGrath is where I'd cap off at putting makeup in my kit and putting it on other people and being able to charge more because of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
so
I agree. In my non-professional opinion, the only one I would spend a lot of money on is Too Faced.
Yeah.
And their chocolate bar palette, because it smells like chocolate. And Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love her purple velvety Renaissance palette. Although the velvet gets really, really gross the second you get any water on it.
Yes.
But the pigments are really pretty.
But
agree. That's also my non-professional opinion. That stuff could suck.
And that is...
Do they suck to you?
Nah, not at all. No, Anastasia, you can't go wrong with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Anything Anastasia. Excuse me, I have never in my life had an Anastasia product that I didn't like. So, can't go wrong with them. Too Faced, I could do without. I know you love Too Faced, but I
do.
I don't need Too Faced at all.
Oh my god! So wait, that one time where you're like, "Wow, you really like Too Faced." Was that like a? Did that have some ulterior, like the meaning behind it? Was there meaning?
No, I just haven't seen anyone like Too Faced as much as you since literally 2017. So that is why I was like, "Oh, you really love Too Faced."
I do. Oh my god. Have you tried their primer, the Hangover primer?
It's nice.
And you don't like it?
It's not that I don't love it. It's that I don't need it. Why is my mother blowing up my phone? Apologies, y'all. It's not that I don't. It's not needed. Like, to me, it's not needed in the collection.
Wow. I've had that since middle school. I like it because you know what? It's efficient. I can respect their efficiency. That one thing is a primer, a setter, and a refresher.
A lot of other products also have that, Katie.
And it has coconut water, and it has prebiotics for your skin. Do a lot of brands have that?
No, but you can prep your skin with something that, like, coconut water mist. And also...
But it's all in one. Efficiency.
I mean, if you're looking for efficiency, then absolutely.
And is there any other eyeshadow palette that smells like chocolate or peaches?
No, but Glamlight does have their powders, I believe, smell like their products. Or like the thing.
Oh, okay.
So Glamlight.
You know, there's this one I really want to try. I forgot the name, but like all of their stuff is baking themed.
Oh,
and I heard all of their
gone.
products smell like it.
They're gone. They went bankrupt.
Oh, they don't exist?
Beauty Bakery. Yeah, no, they went bankrupt years ago, and they're no longer a thing.
See, that was like on my list. I really need to catch up because I was like, that's like one of the things. Like once I have money, I was like, I'm gonna buy this, but now I'm too late.
Yeah, that was a cute brand. Their setting powder was like flour, like all different types of like flour, like almond flour, white flour, so on and so forth. It was all flour themed, and it came in a little flour bag. It was real cute. That powder,
What happened?
it was. I mean, they went bankrupt. They didn't make enough sold, and also they had a lot of issues because a lot of brands were ripping them off because they came out with such a cute concept that so many people also wanted to rip that off. One of those people being, I think it was Too Faced. One of them ripped off, I think Too Faced.
I'm sure.
I'll find this answer actually, because I watched a whole video on this too. Who is it? Not Huda Beauty. Maybe it was Huda Beauty. But Huda Beauty, people are also like obsessed with her right now because there's so much stuff going on with her. Huda Beauty, she's never misses. But there's a lot of times where she's also like kind of like rip people off. It might. Don't quote. No one quote me on that.
She has the sugar cookie highlighter. I have that one. The Huda Beauty sugar cookie highlighter.
Wait.
So that was probably a rip.
Is that Huda or Benefit?
I think it was Huda.
I think that's Benefit, Katie.
Oh, well, it's the exact same packaging, so they all rip each other off.
They do. They really do all rip each other off. It's okay.
Let me see.
That's so
Let me
funny.
Google it. I don't have it in my list.
I'm like, sugar cookie, that's Benefit. Sugar cookie highlighter. And then they have the Hula bronzer. I think.
Let me see.
Y'all, I love makeup. I really do. I love makeup. I love talking about it. I love researching it. I love studying it. I love everything that has to do with makeup, guys.
You're right, it's Benefit.
I knew it.
In my defense, though, the packaging is literally this packaging.
No, like
Just
literally.
for the cookie.
Yeah. Yep. No, you're right. That's so funny.
That's why I mixed it up. But
It's okay. That's why I say when people ask me questions about makeup, I'm like, or like people say a name, like a lot of my brides, like they'll say a name of a lipstick and they're like, oh, who makes that, and I know it because I pay attention to like those like little things.
looking up Too Faced controversy now. I'm seeing if I'll be canceled
Nah.
for saying how much I like it.
No, you're not being canceled. Are you kidding me? Katie, try to let anyone cancel you over not Benefit. Over Too Faced. Let them talk to me. Because you know what? At the end of the day, Too Faced is owned by a brand new company. Their overhead, whatever. They're owned by a brand new person. They revamped everything, and everything that they've done in the past is no longer an issue because that person's literally essentially almost in jail. So
I didn't know any of this.
Did you not know about all of that?
No.
Too Faced
no,
and NikkieTutorials?
I'm Brian. What did I say about Jeffree?
Price blind or
brand
blind?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason why Too Faced stopped becoming so popular because what they did in NikkieTutorials.
I had no idea. I never watched Nikki though.
That's why.
I saw her one car accident video where it was like a makeup look video because that went really viral.
Okay.
And that was it. And then her Ellen thing, I know that happened and that was really popular. So like I don't think I ever watched her though. I just saw like the tea of it. But like I don't know.
So Too Faced, I'll do a quick rundown of what happened. So back in the day, Too Faced and NikkieTutorials came out with an eyeshadow palette. This was her first ever collaboration with the brand. They gave her a down payment of like, I think it was like $500,000 or something like that. Now, granted, to a not new influencer, but like influencer that this is like your first collab, right? And you're like, oh my god, like I get all this money, like this is amazing, like yes, sign away, amazing.
Yeah.
Well, from my understanding, the prices weren't finalized of what the palette and the collection and all was going to be. They made millions with S's at the end off of her, and they gave her the smallest portion possible to where it came out. She made like barely anything out of it, and they
50,000.
Yes,
that was it.
50,000. Yes, so they gave her like nothing out of it. And also, in that time, her and the owner got really close. So, the owner, I forget his name, but he's a rat. He basically told her that if she ever said anything to it, he was going to expose her, and he blackmailed her. And if you guys don't know, NikkieTutorials is actually trans.
Yeah.
And he said that he was going to tell the world if she ever told him. So when NikkieTutorials came out with her video saying that she's been trans before she even started making videos, but no one knew because she fully transitioned at, I don't want to say a young age, but it was a younger age than when she started making videos, okay? To the point where she also transitioned, where it wasn't half and half, or it wasn't, she was experimenting. It was full through. Like, she full through transitioned, made a whole online identity, got married to a man, a whole bit. Like, there was, no one knew about this at all.
No, yeah, you wouldn't know at all.
You would not know. Especially with her, where she's from, her voice, like, everything, no one knew. She came out with a video that she finally came out and told her truth. And told everybody and was like, listen, I am so sorry that if this, like, makes you think anything other than me, and if it does, like, I don't know how to help you, like, I'm sorry, but I also felt like I was blackmailed into this because of this and this and this and this. And she exposed the brand owner without ever saying anything. Then all of these other influencers came out, like Jeffree Star, Jaclyn Hill, Manny MUA, Laura Lee at the time. Like, all these people came out and was like, we know about it. He sucks, the brand owner of Too Faced. How dare you do this to, like, our girl and, like, our person that brings out so much joy in so many people, and this, like, respectable MUA. Like, they made you millions, and you sit here and give them a $50,000 check and write them off. And then you're going to blackmail them? Like, we're not going to stand for that. And so,
oh my God,
people, like, went ballistic, and then Too Faced went bankrupt with minutes of her putting out the video.
oh my, I didn't know about any of this.
Yeah, it was nasty. It was dirty. It was a bad, crazy time. But that the drama is wild, and then that's why. And then, like, literally a month later, all their stuff got thrown into Marshalls, TJ Maxx. They got, I believe that they almost got dropped by Sephora for, like, a little while too. But they owed so many people money. They found out owner did this to multiple people, actually. Wound up, like, it came out that, like, he actually blackmailed many people. And, Nikki was the first one to just actually say something and stand her truth and was like, you can't blackmail me because I'm going to tell the world. And just owned it. Yeah. And that's why she came out. Other than that, she probably would have never came out because there's no reason to either. It was like, this is my life and I'm living it. So.
That's crazy. I can't even believe, like, somebody that had such a big brand like that, like, how do they have the audacity to even, like, blackmail people or do anything like that? Because you're such a big thing. Like, of course somebody's gonna find out or people are gonna talk about it. Like, that's wild.
And it sucked because, like, I know that to a lot of people also, this could be, like, sensitive topics or kind of, like, hard topics to hear or whatever. But when it comes down to, like, you know, like, people's sexuality or their trans or whatever, for, like, Nikki's sake, it was one of those things where it was like, well, she wasn't keeping anything from anybody. It was just like, that's her life now. Like, she is trans, yes, but, like, this is her life, and it's never not been her life online, which is fine, you know, but it wasn't like it needed to be told, where some people twisted it like that, where it was like, well, you're lying to us, you needed to tell it. She didn't need to tell anything. Like, she transitioned, she has a husband, she's happy, she's doing her thing, and everything's fine. So why are people making it out to be like she had to tell? You don't need to tell anybody anything if that's also already your life. Now, granted, if she came on as a guy and was doing makeup and so on and so forth, and then one day just boop, like, transitioned and came on and was a completely different person, I could totally tell. People would be like, what happened? But that was never her online persona. So it was like, no one thought twice about it, nor should people, in my opinion. I don't think anybody should be mad at it because it wasn't, like, out of nowhere. If this was, like, shocking news, you know? It was shocking news because she literally is perfectly a woman and sounded like it, which I also know people could probably take that wrong too. But you guys know what I mean. If you have a decent open mind, you understand what I'm saying. So it's very interesting, but that whole thing with Too Faced, I'll never forget it because I also started getting into makeup at that time. But that's why I'm still like, Too Faced has some history.
I literally had no idea.
Yeah, but the brand owner had to quit. He had to drop everything because he literally, like, almost went to jail, and and he had to have somebody buy him out and buy out the brand so it didn't literally collapse because it literally almost collapsed. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yep. Yep.
I pulled up an article, and so that's how I knew about the 50,000.
Gotcha.
But
I thought it was
it also, she only got 50,000.
50,000, that's it, is horrible.
Yeah, and apparently Jeffree Star even defended her,
Yes.
saying like how underpaid she was. And then after NikkieTutorials publicly came out as transgender, Jared Ballardino's sister, Lisa Ballardino,
Yes.
who used Danny California on social media, changed her Instagram bio to include transgender. That's not the only thing she's been lying about. And this was a direct attack against NikkieTutorials. And then that comment caused a big backlash. Two Face ended up publicly condemning the remark and fired Lisa Baldino. Jared Baldino released a statement saying her views did not represent the brand. And then they had another scandal too about the Better Than Sex mascara, which I love, which is crazy. And
their number one seller.
Yeah, and so that was a big thing because it said increased lash volume by 1,944%, which was a unsupported claim. So they got under fire for by the NAD for saying false claims.
Gotcha.
And then they had to change the packaging because of that. And then they also were under fire for copying a bunch of different brands.
Yes.
Like Peach Kiss Moisture Matte Longwear Lipstick.
So you're
looked very similar to Kyoto Silk lipstick.
Yes. Yeah, that was they like that. They were one of those brands that were like copying everybody. I think Beauty Bakery. Tasha?
Or Tatcha?
Tatcha, yeah.
Tatcha.
That's a beautiful Japanese brand. Tatcha, yeah.
Oh, cool.
You would probably love Tatcha.
That's the brand. I'll have to look into it.
Tatcha is like the luxury Japan skincare. That's exactly what it is.
That's what I was gonna say. It reminds me of a skincare brand name.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's a lot. They've been around forever too. They've been on like there was like a point in time where like their moisturizer, it's a water cream, and their one primer. Their primer was the first, from my understanding, it was like one of the first skincare based primers that didn't just fill your pores, but it blurred your pores and introduced healthy skincare habits into your makeup routine. So everybody, like that had everybody like in a chokehold at one point. I remember Salma sent me a small Tatcha primer and I used it and I didn't like it. And she was like, you don't like it. She was like, everybody loves this. And I was like, I don't like it. Like my makeup doesn't look good. And their water cream did break me out, unfortunately. I think it's too heavily fragranced for my skin. But, like, I still have clients till this day. When I ask them about skin prep, they say Tatcha water cream.
You know, back to the Jeffree Star thing, speaking of Tatcha, I also, I don't like when people say people are liars with reviews because there's also personal preference, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you don't like Tatcha, that's just your personal preference.
Right.
That doesn't mean necessarily it doesn't work on other people.
Right.
So to bring that back to Jeffree Star, I think it's really gross to call people liars for whatever reasons, like bring up their personal backstories and stuff, you know, just because their personal preference isn't the same as your personal preference.
Right.
And I feel like he should be all for, you know, personal preferences. You know, be all okay with it.
I agree.
So that's another, that's a weird thing.
I always say, too, I can never try a product just once. I have to try it multiple times to see if I actually like it or if I hate it. Especially if it's a popular product. If it's, a popular, and it doesn't work on me at first, okay, maybe I'm having, a bad skin day, or maybe the makeup products I'm putting with it, or even my hair. Maybe my hair is not clean enough for the hair product or whatever. You know, but other than that, I don't really, but we all know that JC's a harsh reviewer, so, but I do try to give things my fair share of thoughts, a fair chance. I try to give it a fair chance.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So much stuff. There's so many, little things, so many stories. There's so much good makeup, so many good makeup stories and skincare, and I think that's the beauty of it, though, is, truly, you know, even being behind the chair and being, you know, travel stylist and stuff like that. It's so funny seeing how many different preferences there is. like, it's really something that's beautiful. Like, in my opinion, I think it's beautiful because it really just shows that we're just all human and that we're all allowed to have, like, different opinions and we can have different loves and different dislikes. And even at the end of the day, when somebody's paying me for a service, you know, whatever I like, I'm going to use on them. And it's so funny to see them be like, oh my God, I love this. I never would have thought, what is that? Oh, I want to check that out. Or like, where can I find this? Can you send me a list? Of course I will. Of course I can. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that having people show you different things and being able to try different things, I think that there's just a really beautiful thing about that. And I think it's just kind of a part of life that people don't realize is a luxury. At the same time, when you get to try so many different things, I think that's a luxury in itself. And I think people should remember that. And it's something that shouldn't be looked over. So, that's my take.
That was a beautiful way to end this.
Thanks. My public speaking skills are really coming in.
But before we end it, we do have an official ad.
Oh?
forgot?
I did. Oh! Alright, so anyway, you guys, there is an official ad today. I wanted to tell you guys that there is going to be Christmas cards available through the Etsy shop. I'm very, very excited. Today I sent an email in to help start finalizing some designs and stuff like that. But if you guys don't know, I am an artist. You guys get to see all my pretty artwork behind my wall, or behind me on my wall. And I was telling Katie that I wanted to do a shameless plug. And for the holidays, there's going to be holiday cards. I'm also coming out with Halloween cards. So you guys can get Halloween cards or Christmas cards. I am hoping within the next 2 to 3 weeks. When you guys see this video, I'm hoping it's going to be posted by the beginning or like first week of October. So you guys can get holiday cards and order them. Pre-order and regular order. So we're just deciding if I want there to be words on the inside or not. So... but other than that, yeah, you guys will be able to shop holiday cards. So excited.
They're so cool.
Thanks.
We'll have to pop them in.
Yeah, I'm excited. I've never done these, ever. I've never had something like this or never created something like this. So this is like the first time for everything type situation. So yeah, I don't know about pricing or anything like that, you guys. It's very much still in the making, but I wanted to tell you guys so you guys could start looking forward to that. If you guys do buy holiday cards, you guys can actually just buy them straight from me. So, slay. I'm so excited. Yeah, thanks, Katie. for reminding me too. Oh, it's crazy. But you guys, today we are going to wrap up this very great and long episode because we really had some good topics today. I hope you guys enjoyed. We hope you guys enjoyed. And if there's anything you guys want us to talk deeper about, get into, please let us know. And yeah, we hope that you guys enjoyed. Thanks for enjoying the live stream podcast, too. We appreciate that because it's been helping us with some timing and scheduling and days, getting back on track of everything. So, thank you guys for being patient and loving and watching those. And, yeah.
Also, if you made it this far, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and if you could drop a comment, that'd be helpful.
Yes.
It all helps support this, so thank you guys.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you guys in another one. Bye!
Bye!